of my beautiful client for life coaching and success, many times they're asking, I feel overwhelmed, I'm scared, I feel something happening outside and it will affect me. And how can I find that inner peace? What everybody talks about sounds like something amazing, but how can I achieve that? And that's the first question which you should ask yourself. How can I achieve peace, inner peace in me, inside, before we go and create peace outside? Because many times, especially now when it's so much chaos, we say, oh, I want to go and fix them all to create peace in the world. But then when you look at the person, they would be good to really start from your own peace. Are you in peace? Are you feeling like safe and comfortable and really without any worries about tomorrow and without any kind of needing to fix somebody else? Instead, knowing, you know what, maybe I should start from me, from my own inner self. And why do we need that? Why do we need to kind of say look for peace inside when we go and really want to give all energies to go and kind of say create peace outside? So really, why is this important and what is this inner peace and outer peace? And the biggest point is, as I already said, me as a life coach, I always notice everybody wants to go and help for someone and somewhere and something, you know. But really, if we would look in our own peace, if you are peaceful, if you are good, happy person, you wouldn't go and rob somebody else. We wouldn't go and, want to take something from that person. You wouldn't go and jealous, and you wouldn't go and demand from somebody to do something to make you happy. As many times now, especially the world is starting cracking up and really starting to change its shape and structure. What is in the politics and people lives is starting changing as well. But we always go and looking for that other person to come and fix our lives. But for many years, we was listening for them and we was really let them guide our life. And now we coming and demanding something. So we kind of let them to demand and control our life still. But we're saying, no, we want freedom. No, we want that. But if you want your freedom, why they would have to give your freedom if you are really free? You are free from all of this mess what is outside if you just switch off the light, if you just switch off the button, if you would not react in all of that things what's happening. Because why is so many suicidal bombers on all them kind of things? Why do they do that things? Like negative things? To make sure what everybody in the world will hear their message. Because whatever you do, like I was saying, like bombers who do the bombing on themselves, like suicidal, they know if they will do something terrible like this, bigger and worse it would be, they would be heard because many magazines, TVs, everybody will be talking about that. The message, what they want to just send. But if, like, say, nobody would say care, I'm just saying, let's imagine something like this happen and nobody comes and cares and say, you know what, bless your soul, you done a terrible thing, we bless everybody, and we shut up about it. What would happen? The message, what they wanted to see and send into the world, would be stopped, would be locked, and would be squeezed and never knowing about it. So what would that do? The message, what they wanted to say, would not go for them. The scarcity would not go for them. the traveling controls would not go different because of someone done it something terrible. Now we all suffering from it. Take care of shoes, take care of bells, take care of all, and we all in this. Is it you? Is it you? Are you having something explosions? Are you having some, like, and we all now starting picking on each other because of one person started and done it. And then others looked like, ooh, that's working. That's what I will do next. But if it not would be told, and I know would say we need to know. Well, no, you don't, because it's really nothing changed in your life. It's just created more scarcity. But the change in the person's life who created that, because they send the message wild in the world. And that's how it works. Energy, when they're creating something negative or good or bad, if somebody doing a lot more of this, it goes out more wild. And why is this important? If you having your inner peace, you wouldn't do that. The person, if they would have their own inner peace what's happening and not trying to go and fix the world, because the peace inside is not there. They're looking for that peace after when I die, or after I will make this, or after this I will get this. But sometimes it's no need to do this big something. Like I said, many now people going and doing to fix other countries or fix something like that. But if we really just look in the mirror and say, am I in peace? Is my family? I remember, I love that the Teresa, the nun, the person who was so amazing and done it so much amazing things. And she was doing for charity. And she knew how works this kind of stuff. So she started, like she wanted to put her charity work to be knowing for more and more people. And what she knew, what stars are followed by many people. So what she done, she come to the star of some, I don't know which one exactly she really started. But what she done, she asked for money. And of course, she understood all this marketing thing. When you think how none should understand all this, like how she would know, but she was very smart woman. And she knew people will do what big people do, like celebrities and all. And then when she started doing this and she started working with people and she started being more and more known, many mafia people, like not good money people, like dirty money people, like people say, and blood full of people, the money, they would come to her and say, I will give you my money, give me a blessing, and all, because she was really powerful woman in the end, and she still is. She still creates and gets millions on her account. And that's why many Auntie Teresa, going and actually telling what she's actually a devil. But she was telling take money, and she took money from many, like say dirty money. But what she said for this mafia man, she actually did say, go and fix life in your neighborhood, in your family. Without stopping reaching to help someone to somewhere in India. I think he was from England. I'm not sure now, but or England or Italy actually. But he was big mafia man. And she said it, go and fix your family first. Look after all of them. Share this money if you want with all of them. So when they will be really happy and really successful and they create good things in world, then I will take your money. Imagine how big power you should be and could be. And she was, what she said no to mafia money. Like this was big thing. And I remember, like I watched her life, and not like her life, but her journey, what she done it. And that's why she worked with Diana, like Princess Diana. How is that amazing? because she knew whatever Diana touched, people will knew because she was following of all these paparazzis. So it's really, what message do you want to do? And she, like Teresa, Mother Teresa, she never ever went against something. And that was another beautiful interview what she took, what she was taken on the some program on TV. And that time was Vietnam War. And he was asking, Mother Teresa, we know you are so amazing, you all for peace. Well, we will be going and we will do big like protests, like protesting for, like, anti the war into the Vietnam, and would you go with us? And she said, I will go only if you go for peace or not anti-war. That's where she already knew and understood of power of energy and power of concentration. What are you concentrating on? Or you're concentrating on war, and all you hear, all you read is war, negative, negative. Or do you concentrating about peace? And she said, if you will doing the walk for peace, I will be first in there. But if you're going against the war, I'm not. Of course, the man who was taken into, he could not understand a thing because he was like, what? Why is it different? And she did not explain for him. But that's where the biggest difference what we do. If we go and say, I want to do something for peace in me first, for peace for others, not against others or against something. And all you can see now, people creating this, against that, against this. And what's happening? All world going completely crazy. Like, I was supposed to go last weekend in Germany, was the beautiful artist, holistic artist, and I created for her beautiful outfit. And she's supposed to open up her gallery of art. She is from Switzerland, but actually gallery was opened in Germany, and Germany was doing big protesting in the airport, and she could not come in. And everything was messed up. But like, it's not messed up. She done on the Zoom and all that. It's always good in the end. But it was really like seeing and showing how it's affecting everybody when somebody goes against something. Like, people who never got involved in anything. Like, she's a holistic person. She don't really know in things and fault, but people just suck it in all these things. So more we thinking, how can I create my own inner peace, more we will attract these things what is actually more peaceful. But more if we're concentrating on things what negative and terrible and really kind of anti-peace, more we'll attract that. So biggest message for me today, think what you're thinking about. See what you're reading. See what you're watching. See what you're listening. I have sometimes my beautiful client what coming for sewing, and all like they are meeting people sometimes every hour, just like was on Saturday. And when they open the doors, I open the doors, and all they open, did you hear about that? I'm like, no, thank you, and I don't want to. Of course, they think I'm rude. How do you don't want to listen my gossips? I'm like, sorry, I don't watch TV. I don't watch radio, listen radio. And if I really will need something, I think I probably will know, if it's that important for me, for my life, for my inner peace. But if it's not important for me and I can't change it that anymore, because as soon as the event happened, you can't undo, no matter what you will be doing. You can't undo. You can only see it in future how it's happening better. And yes, many people doing group meditations, world group meditations for peace in the world. And that's where we should be concentrating, not against the war or against that race or against that, like Black lives matters or white does not, or what does what. Every life is matters. Why do we put the color on it? Because it's so important. It's so, no, if you would think, it shouldn't be. For God, we're not colored people. For God, we are them, like his kids. How would you pick which kid you love more? You wouldn't. They are all the same for him. So who are we? He is creator, and we sillies billies coming and saying you are good enough or you're not good enough, you are yellow, you are white, you are blue, you are green, or whatever. Like little yolks, can I say, fighting between each other, and God just looking like, oh, kids, what are you doing? Oh my God, yeah, kids, children, garden. I don't know, will you ever grow up? Will you ever wake up and starting loving each other? Because you all in this beautiful planet, I created you all equally wonderful. You got this beautiful life full of love, but no, you deciding go and fight each other. And that's where God just looking and like, and just really what you can do with the kids when they play and kill each other in the garden. You just say, no, no, no. And sometimes guys do that. But people say, oh no, why is this happened? And believe me, it will be more happening and more happening because we creating karma. And whatever people in the war, no matter which side or good side or bad side, if somebody killed the person, in their higher powers not looking, yeah, you was right. Yeah, I think you was right. You should kill those ones. Oh yeah, no, you shouldn't. You killed the person. That's it. If somebody of soldier, no matter he is taking somebody's life, he and his family and all generation would pay for it. And that's what is the worst what's happening when somebody does, no matter for which side. And as soon as people will understand, and I already watching what's happening in some countries, I'm not mentioning, they starting leaving um, the soldiers, kind of they resignating, they leaving them jobs like be a soldier, and they saying, no, I don't believe this, I shouldn't, I don't think so, I don't believe this, I don't want to do this, and they leaving because they starting understand this is not right. Because normally soldier coming and having the feelings is the same like doctors. Remember was big boom about abortion. They sign in to protect and save, and now they're becoming a killers. And this is another talk completely, but I'm saying when somebody like presenting and saying I want to do this and that, and then somebody twisting and actually happening what making you as a killer nearly, person's soul not happy about it, and sometimes wakes up in time, and that's all I'm praying for them souls to wake up in time about before they create more and more karma to their own future generations and our future generations, because it could be coming in the third generation, on the fourth. And that's why people saying why was so big gap between last wars and this wars, because it was a lot of work in there involved on the karmic lines. And if they not will be start doing it, it's something changes in future again. So that's why it's beautiful when I hear something happens with soldiers deciding no more, I don't want to do this. They're going into the big trouble up after that when they say no, but they waking up in time. And that's what I'm really saying. Stop and wake up in you first. And nobody will make you to do something if your soul and your heart is clear and peace in it. And all soul wants peace and happiness. And is nothing peaceful and happiness after terrible things or going and doing something what you did not want to do. So all I'm asking you today, think, what is my inner peace? How can I create of that more? How can I make myself more happy inside and peaceful inside? And if you don't know how to do it, let's have a chat. Send me a private message and we will talk. But you all can do it. But when you have that inner peace, you don't need to go and fix someone outside, because that's them life to find their own lives in their own peace. But because they can't, they're going and looking in another person's garden, like say. So make sure your garden of your temple is full of beautiful things and roses and flowers and happiness and birds, wherever, but not something what is not belongs to you. So I really wishing you a wonderful evening. I talk to you tomorrow. And if you have any wishes, what you want to talk about, send me a private message and we will talk about it. Love, money, health. I wishing you wonderful day. Night, actually.